What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the latest installment in the MRL Cup Series. I am your host, Private Patton, the owner of this league, and I am so excited because we are at my favorite track in all of this game. Joining me up here in the booth and knowing just how much I enjoy this track is BS14 Cars. Now, BS, it's been a while since you joined me up here as in-race reporter. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I think the last time I joined you was in like zero or the fun season. It's been a long time, but happy to be back. And honestly, I probably need someone to talk to because, unlike yourself, I do not enjoy this track, and I will be struggling trying to get a top 10 here. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, that is going to be the biggest thing because in addition to all of the new, the new drivers that are joining here in season zero, because I do believe that was the last time you in race reported was season zero. You were in the lights series at that point. Now you're in the cup series with the big boys here. Now, and speaking of the big boys, you were saying that you are going to be struggling for a top 10. A mighty fine lap by Cyber in order to get pole position right there in with a 7.80. I don't count for laps, but I just do it just for shots and goggles. And my best lap was an 8.97. So that was a monstrous lap. I'm sure that was like easily a preset 9. May if and then maybe
Qualifying
even.
setup.
Oh yeah, loosening up to the highest that you can without spinning on out. But another thing that we want to talk to is that we have two drivers that are currently on suspension. We have RS Meatwagon as well as Pied Piper. Those two are not going to be here. Agent Orange is actually down in Daytona, but he did place a qualifying lap, so he will get last place points. So we'll be placed 14th here because there's going to be 13 drivers. So that means there are three drivers unaccounted for. That is, of course, Selling Dreams, Justin Shackett, and Blakey T. Now, I do want to point on out, for everyone watching right now, if you have not made a start this season, uh, as of this race or past, there is no way for you to make the top 10. And currently, unless Blakey T joins within the next minute, he will be racing in the light series next season and to see what he can do in order to work his way back up. Silent Dreams as well has only made one other start, and it's not looking good for him. But now let's kind of flip it over to the back side of this, the opposite side, with RS Meatwagon Xander on suspension. That leaves second, third, fourth, and fifth the new championship battles. And BS, do you know how many points separate those four?
I believe it is 17 if I remember correctly.
Yes, and in Winston Cup points, 17 points is four positions, essentially, give or take a few. But basically, four positions separates T-Bird, who right now is lining up P7, will be P6. Bassbuck will be lining up P2, and then UK will be P7, and then Cyber, who, of course, like I said, set that pole lap, will be on the pole. It is going to be insanely close for these guys. But we'll find out exactly how close it will be because it is time to roll. Could you send me a invite, please? That would be fantastic.
Yep.
All right, so we are rolling. But yeah, Iowa is going to be a big question mark to some of these guys. Last time we were here was actually in the Challenger Series. Now, stages kind of separated and broke up this race, and there was a lot of good racing. Iowa is very much a driver's track here, and because of that, you have the differing lines. Some run the top, some run the bottom, some run in between. But if you run that in between line, it is so hard for you in order to really control your car um, at the last possible opportunity. And we have another another possibility going into this race. Now, because of that, I have a there's a lot of petition for a well, I guess fuel saving. That is going to be the newest thing that I want to talk about. Is we have a new rule going into effect with that. You have a new rule every 5 laps, or sorry, at the end of the race, 5 laps. If you're not actually in the like the running, I'm sorry, I'm kind of splutting over my own words right now. You have the best way to describe it is if the fuel tank is say like 40 laps, okay, and there are 6 laps to go, like after you come on out for your final stop. So like there's 46 laps to go. You can't actually save. What the heck was that?
Someone did not go at the start,
Yeah,
and
it looks like that indeed. So with that, you have a big question mark as to what is going on. So yeah, but we are green here. So looks like maybe the 6 car of Packers did not get going, or not quite sure who that
who's
was.
in the
But
back?
yeah, the 9 is in the wall right now. So we have a lot of time to go up here. The 18, the 12, and the 22 now in a line. The 22 of Cade trying to make his way forward. That is probably the biggest thing that you will have to find. Give me one minute. All right. So I am back now. So right now you have a change for the lead. The 47 of Basluck is already taking and solidifying himself as a top dog here at Iowa. Now the 96 of T-Bird, the 18 of Kalen now going to be sitting P3 and P4, battling in order to get up there. The 12 of BD, who is running that top side, trying to get past everyone using that top group, but using that top side is a massive disadvantage to that because the longer you run up there, the more wear your tires actually get. The hotter they become, the less grippy they get on the long run. So because of that, Um, so with that, here looking through the rest of the pack, you have the 14, who is trying to make his way through the field. He, like I said, starting in P7, still finding himself in P7 here. There was a lot that can be made here. As we can see that there are still some people running the top side. The 22 of Cade um, finding himself on the top side involuntarily. I feel like the preferred groove is actually the bottom. Um, and with that, you have a big attendance issue. I'm sorry, I was dealing with the 38 who I won't lie, I actually sent an invite to because I have my list of people that is part of the series, and he joined, so that was why. He should not be in that race, but that is who I was messaging to get out of the way. So yeah, battle for the lead now. The 24 of Cyber, trying to take the lead from the 47 of Bass. That is a big moment here because he's running the low side and Bass is running the top side. Now, Bass I know from previous races. He was not in the Challenger race here, which was the last time we were here, but he was in the Season 0 race, and he came one spot short of winning that. His teammate at the time is now was the one that actually took it. But some new competition here, especially with our championship contenders finding themselves ever so closer together. Now, the biggest thing I want to talk about, BS, is I can see from where you're at, you see a lot of people starting to get loose already. What's your mentality like trying to get up through the field?
Pray. That's really about it. There's only so much you can do. It's hard to pass in general in this league, and you just kind of chill out and let the race come to you, I reckon.
Well, that's probably the best way to go about it. Honestly, probably the best way to actually do it will be to see who is the best on the long runs. The long runs are definitely going to play into account here because if you can make your tires last just a little bit longer than your competition, then you can squeeze out those extra laps. No matter how you slice it, everyone's going to be doing a three-stop road race. As Packers, absolutely, I'm sure not intentionally, of course, got kind of booted out of the way by the 21. That kind of sent them up the track, and oh, just from that, oh, a little bit of contact, just getting into that braking zone, really, really getting all out of sorts. So yeah, that is what you have to worry about here. Is people else wanting to get that same position that you are, and because of that, a lot of traffic is going to be an issue. I will say that. So, moving back up to the front of the pack, Kalen has solidified himself into P3 here. T-Bird P4. Currently, Bass, who is, as I heard some kind of contact with the wall. Someone probably trying to arc it in a little bit too much and scraped it. So with that, you have the championship contenders right now. The 17 points that I was talking about is currently sitting P1, P4, P1, P2, P4, and then P5. So right now, basically, these guys are exactly where they need to be, and we're going to have to see how this is going to roll on out because everyone seems to be migrating to the bottom. No one wants to be running the top side anymore unless you absolutely have to, and that's exactly what I was talking about with your right sides getting more and more wore out the longer the race goes on. But to kind of solidify my thoughts about what I was talking about with the new fuel strategy here. So like say you're coming in for your final stop, the fuel tank is 40 and there's 46 to go. You cannot save those extra 6 laps. Anything 5 or more laps, you cannot save. And that is going to be the new rule going forward. And that goes for every single track, whether it be super speedway, road course, short track, and as they say, Iowa is the largest short track, so this is going to be one of those tracks that you definitely don't want to be going any longer than you need to because there's going to be a difference in strategy here. Now, BS, you said you were running practice laps going into this race. You did an entire fuel run, and so you know exactly how much of a monster this car can get on the long runs.
Yeah, it likes to really get loose on the old tires. It's not too bad until you get to like 50%, and then it just really likes to step on out, and you really have to play with the throttle.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to really play with the throttle, but that's what makes Iowa a driver's track. You have those that are really good in the long run. So I'm looking at Packers. I know he has done well before. UK is also really good on long runs. And then don't forget like Cyber and Bass, who are really good on long runs as well. Those two are, like I said, currently P1 and P2. So if you can find yourself the balance of the short run and long run, then you guys are going to be a-okay. But right now it's been pretty much a Bass train right now. It's not been a domination kind of race because Cyber has been there to keep him honest. But you have a difference in strategy that could be playing into effect. Now, like I said, I'm the advocate for the long run, but BS, I mean, you know for certain that the benefits of tires is going to be massive there. I'm sure we're going to be seeing some go and take the long runs into account and try to shortstop some of these guys.
Yeah, I destroyed Brandon by accident in turn one.
Ooh, what happened there? I was actually
I
on
tried
board
to
with
get it in there
BD.
and I went too low and I just came right up into him.
Well, I can relay the message that you apologize. That's what I am here for.
I would I would appreciate that.
So yeah, moving on to the Nine of Worst God. Looks like he's going to be the first one going a lap down, doing what Worst God does, and I hopefully will stay out of the way because the leaders are fast approaching. Mo Powa, Cat has made his way up into P4 right now, and from that a yeah, looks like he does get out of the way, so thankfully for that we don't have a worst cod moment. But yeah, looks like, I think we may have our first car out of the race. Packers! We were just talking about him, has called it a race, and with that, what was 13 drivers is now down to 12. So, like I said, if it's not a guaranteed top 10 BS, I feel like it's not a good day for you.
Doing the best I can.
Well, I mean, it's all about the little things, picking up points. Um,
I
but
just watched T-Bird about die off the turn two there.
oh well, that's exactly what we were talking about. Let's actually go on board with them. There he is. That sometimes the long runs are just not working out. Um, because we actually have a couple people in chat. There's Piper. He messaged me saying that he forgot he was suspended. Not a big deal. We could have picked a better track. Well, I love this track. Everyone watching knows I love this track. Also in YouTube land, we have Tomboy. How you doing, Tomboy? So with that, going on through the field, looks like UK has found himself into P3 right now, with Kalen now being P4. Yeah, definitely T-Bird. Ooh, as Worst Cop must have spun it going into turns 1 and 2. That really, I'm sure it was UK gets massively loose coming off a 2. Must have scared the living crap out of him. So, with that, we have a, wow. I will have to say, now a game of dodgeball, I guess, because, as a 12 does the same thing! Now, either that's him signaling the pit, but I don't think so. That has to be just him getting loose, and just like that, that's his T-Bird in front of him. Also, oh man, everyone's getting loose right now. BS, how close are we to?
I have 9 laps on fuel.
Oh yeah, so pit stops are coming, and as this run, this actually is a very short race, ladies and gentlemen. That we have 140 laps on docket. It's essentially right around 200, not really, it's like 200 kilometers, honestly, because it's less than a mile around. So it's more akin to like 125 miles, something like that. But this race is actually very, very fast. Lap times click off at about 23 seconds, roughly 24. So you have basically about an hour of on-track time, and it's just all about controlling your looseness as you go through the pack. And like I said, you have a um, a big to do here as we saw UK, T-Bird, BD all start to get loose. Meanwhile, the front two has been pretty stoic here. Bass and Cyber. Cyber has been on a bit of a, a drought lately. His last Cup win was back in season 0. I don't want to exactly call. In fact, I'll have to look that up. Um, but definitely back in season 0 on the exact track it was. But definitely, it's
Auto
been
Club.
Auto Club. But yeah, I guess let me rephrase that. The official seasons, of course, he won in the Pocono for the last fun season. But that was his first race win there at Auto Club BS. Um, but I was talking about his latest. Um, but yeah, definitely Bass won at Charlotte, so I know he is looking for a good run here. And speaking of a good run, you have BD who is fighting for the final top 5 spot, but both him and T-Bird simultaneously get loose. We're watching on board with Kate here. I think that was BD trying to signal, and yes, he is making his first stop. He will be the first one to come on down pit lane because I can imagine just those tires are just not working anymore. Now, this is going to be money for these two. In fact, I think Cyber and Bass are going to be coming in at the same time. This is going to be wonderful news for Kalen and UK, who can gain some time on these two because they pit at the same time. Now, BS, is that a lap letter, or was that K that led a lap right there?
Cade got it.
Oh my god. Well, Cade, that is going to be money for him because he has been looking for those bonus points to get into that top 10. Now, BS, you're currently there, and he's looking for it. 5 points can make or break you in terms of that relegation battle.
Well, there's my lap low, and I'm gonna let Brandon go here.
Well, there you go, and I'm sure that means you're probably going to be pitting this time now because Cade just pit the last time.
Yeah.
All right, well, BS, I'll let you go with that. You focus on getting on pit lane. But yeah, US Trek is actually going to inherit the lead here unless he pits as well. He will also get 5 bonus points. But I will have to see how the provisional guys will be coming on out. Yes, there he goes, and that is going to be lap led for Goose, and I'm sure he's going to be coming on in now. So that's 5 bonus points for him. Let's see here. Looks like Liam maybe? No, he's still on pit lane. There goes Cade. Cyber Bass. Where are you? It looks like Bass was able to take the lead and by about half a second at this point. So getting those pit stop adjustments in, and that was the changeover for the lead right there. So because of that, a big shift potentially for this run. As here's the front two, so it's now Bass and Cyber, but UK trying to make some ground up on P3. Currently behind that, so that's P3 and P4, Kalen. BD, who pit early, is now P5. T-Bird gets dropped back to P6. K, P7. That's not for position between him and Worscott. Let's see. That means, BS, you're P8, correct?
I'm P9, Packers just P8.
Oh, we have a confirmation right here that okay, this happens sometimes, guys. Packers.
Is it one of those again?
It's one of those. On our screen, we're on board with him. He is on pit lane, parked. But according to BS, he is outside racing. I don't know what causes this. I don't know. It has to be something with lag. But Packers is still in this race, even though on our screen, it's him parked it for the night. So, BS, we're going to have to rely on you to see where Packers is, because we can't see him.
Alright. Well, he's about like half a second from me right now.
Tomboy saying Packers back from the dead. Well, so that is P8, so you said you're P9, so you said you're about a second ahead. So he's roughly halfway between you and Cade, then, I can assume.
Roughly, yeah.
All right, so that's just to give a headspace on where he's at. So so that is basically the field right now. As Brandon's going to be in P10. Looks like Goose is going to be in P11. Um, Actually, no. Liam's going to be in P11. Goose P12, and then Worst Cod P13. That's going to be our runners for tonight. Let's actually check my books here and see when Cyber's latest win was. And now like I said, I know it was in the fun season, but we're talking about
How can you?
official. Hmm? Well, yeah, but okay. Let me rephrase.
Well,
Um,
no official when it was at Auto Club. It's first race of season one. I mean, season zero.
yeah, but his latest win. That was his first win.
Wait, he had another one?
Yeah, he had another one.
Where?
Give me 1 second. I'm about to find out. Um,
Was it a lights race?
no, it was not a lights race. We were talking about Cup. Hang on.
I'm
Cup
sure
results
Auto
and
Club was
qualifying.
his only win. He hasn't won this season, has
Oh
he?
my God! I stand corrected. All right. Well, I guess yeah. There we go. Yep. Auto Club was the thing. See, BS. This is why you're an admin. Proving stuff, facts like me, wrong. But yeah, I'm talking about for the quote unquote official season. So yeah, Auto Club I guess was his first and last win. But he did go on that podium streak, which lasted the first 6 races of the season, all the way to Kentucky. Then he took a little bit of a hiatus with his lowest dip being Daytona in 21st, but then he came back to finish second at Texas and second at Homestead. So he's looking to get back on the winner stands right now, but he's again 1 spot away right now. So we're gonna have to see how this is going to roll here as what lap are we on?
Leaders are coming to take lap 54.
54. Shoot, man, we're already 1/3 of the way through this race. That's what I'm saying. In basically only 17 minutes of racing right now, these guys are very just clicking off these lap time right now, and actually clicking off lap times. Like I said, Bass has actually gapped himself from Cyber right now. Now Iowa is, like I said, a very much a driver's track. You can see. The gap starting to form. In fact, there is Cade who is starting to close in on T-Bird. Hunty, how you doing today? Welcome. We have the 96 of T-Bird starting to fall into the clutches of the 22 of Cade. This will be a battle for P6. So P6 and P7. And then Packers, again, he's still on pit road, but he's somewhere behind the 22.
He's racing me right now for P8.
Oh, well, let's go on board with you then. I can't really call out exactly where he is, but,
You let me have it.
well, but BS is saying that Packers is on track, so the ghost of Packers is somewhere around the 20 right here, although we can't see him. But the 6 is still out on track. Looks like the second person to fall a lap down is the 4 of US Trek Enterprise. That is Goose right there. Unfortunate from him not having the best of races, but you know what? He's showing up and getting those points. That's all that matters, honestly, in the long run. But as the tires start wearing, one thing I'm noticing is that Cyber's starting to pull back in a little bit. So it seems to me that Cyber's better on the long run, Bass is better on the short run. Now, I don't quite know what's going to be better as the laps tick on by, because no matter what, how we slice it here, these guys are going to have to stop one more time, or sorry, 2 more times, as we are coming to like what lap 60 right now.
We have 82 to go, so that would be lap like 58, I think.
Yeah,
Behind 40
exactly.
lap race. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, these guys are definitely going to have to pit 2 more times, no matter how you slice it. Wonderful pickup from Cyber right there. Yep, he is definitely closing in on the 47 of Bass. whether it be microscopically, but he is doing so. The 14 of UK is right behind as, oh, there is a little bit of a traffic jam right there. The 9 getting out of the way, but the 24 trying to do so. 9 going in deep right there, and the 24 going to try to get it on pass here, and he will. So with that, let's go on board with this battle right here, which is for P6. The 96 of T-Bird and the 22 of Cade. 96 is not finding any speed right now. This is not helping him out. He was number 1 going to the power rankings this week, and man, he said himself before the race that he felt like he didn't deserve it, but Iowa was a track that was definitely on his not so good list. Same thing with Cade here, but they both are doing just fine right now. And actually, by them battling, BS, I don't know if you've been noticing, but the longer you battle, the more time you lose. And it looks like you, and I'm assuming Packers, is now going to be in this battle for P6.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's so hard to pass, and the more you try, the more time you lose.
Exactly. So the 96 right now acting as somewhat of a cork to 22. It's all about patience for Cade. He wants to really aim up his run, and probably the best way to do so is actually going to be coming out of turn 4. So essentially, you want to line it up here in turn 2, and then set it up for turn 3, get the pass on turn 4. So I like what he did there. Not quite what he wanted to do, but I like the idea of kind of arcing his exit a little bit more and try to line it on up. Now, BS, that is going to be a prime position right there as the 22 and now the 96. Very opposite lines. The 22 dives on in, the 96 arcs it on in. So it's going to be a battle to the end there. Meanwhile, here's the 18 of Kalen, who has started dropping from the rear of the 14 of UK Mopower Cat. So this is for P4 and actually falling to the clutches of the 12 of BD. Oh, I need to go back on board with that battle right here. I thought I saw 3 wide there for a hot second. The 96 has it. The 22 wants it. Like I said, the 22 is trying to make his way all the way up into the top 10. As we are now on race 6 of the season, we're coming up on the halfway mark. We are going to be talking about the relegation battle. The top 10 will be locked into Season 2 Cup. The bottom 10 will be moved to Saturday and Sunday Night Lights in order to work their way back into the Cup Series for those bottom 10. Or if you are in the top 10 in Sportsman, you're trying to get into the Cup Series. So no matter how you slice it, everyone has something to race for, and there's no, as the 22 gives a little tap to the 96 right there, saying that, hey, you know what, you gave up the bottom right there, I'm going to try to take it. The 22 kind of dives on in, that's going to open up the door for the 20 here to really try to close in that gap so the 96 can't come on down. Now, what I would do here, BS, is really just take it easy here, and then try to get the slow in fast out, but the 96 gets loose coming off a 2. That was not intentional. Just that car is barely able to hang on right now, and right now that is a 2 positions lost in a span of a lap. And again, I don't know where Packers is in all this, but I'm sure that. I'm sorry.
Packers is going for it.
Oh, he's going for it. So, okay, so Packers right now is right behind the 96 of...
He's beside him.
So, yep. So, okay, that little space down there, that is where the 6 is. We can't see him, but the 20 of BS can. So that is where he is coming in clutch right now. And that is why the 96 is giving a lot of space. The 6 is still there.
96 is clear.
Oh, there we go. So with that, the 9 going on the pit lane right there. Excellent move by him. I should check back in with the leaders here. Oh, one thing I've been noticing is that Liam is actually... I don't know if he was fighting with the 47 in order to not go a lap down, but he was kind of holding him up a little bit. and that's actually opening up the door for ooh, a little bit of tap to the bumper of the 47. So that's actually going to bring Cyber back into it a little bit. I'm sure to Bass's dismay, but he is now just a little bit closer. The 17 running the wall. Like I said, run at your own risk right now because of how loose you get coming off the corner with how much gas you are carrying. The 24 is going to go for it. The 17 holds his way up top. And there we go. So the 24 will be able to get the pass done right here. And now his teammate in the 14. And actually, we always talk about the Liam lag. We are now looking at Cyber actually lagging a little bit. Now, an excellent crossover can be done right here. But no, the 17 is now going to kind of hold station. Looks like the 24 got loose. That allowed the 17 to go back on by, but now this will be officially the spot done. But that's going to bring the 14 right into it right now. So UK really making up some time right now. What can he do in the late run? It seems like his car has been coming alive in this long run. I saw that the 21 has already stopped. We are approaching the window for everyone else to be coming on down, correct?
I have 8 laps of fuel left.
Ooh, so the 21 maybe cutting into and just splitting this up into nice 3 steps right now. So that's probably what he was doing. So, the 96 spins! The 96 of T-Bird goes into the front grass! And he, oh my goodness, just get righted, man. You gotta keep going. Oh, just...
He and 6 made contact there.
Oh, so that's what happened. We couldn't see that the 6 of Packers was there. So that must have been what sent him around. But the 96 of T-Bird, oh, in the grand scheme of things, you don't know if this could be the battle for the championship right now. Oh, you can tell he's driving angry too. He slapped the wall right there. Those tires are lit up right now. He is not driving happy. As anyone, I don't think anyone would, honestly. Packers back from the dead to unleash more death. I like that. Yeah, that is a big thing here that could be talked about, because now I can only assume that T-Bird now has dropped to P9. P10 is still held by Brandon, who has hit
in P7,
early.
I'm in P5.
Oh, he's in P7 right now. That means, yeah, a few other people pit. Looks like UK is going to try to get the undercut here, so he will be coming on down to pit. Looks like the 24 Cyber will as well, both of these guys being very careful going to pit road, trying not to speed. In fact, going to the opposite side of pit road, you have the 12 of BD now coming out of the pits. Looks like the 96 is going to pit right now, so we're going to see where he comes on out in relation to the 21. But, a little bit of contact between the 4 right there. Not, I'm sure not intentional. That was just coming out of the pits as opposed to fresh versus old tires, I should say. The 22K trying to make his way around. He has already his 5 bonus points for leading a lap. The 12 saying, "Get out of the way, Liam." Kind of just going on through the field right now, seeing who has and has not pit. Looks like Liam's come on down this time.
Neither me or Packers have pitted yet.
There goes the 24, and so the 14 and the 24 both have come on a pit road. Same thing with the 18; they all pit on the same lap. The 47 is down in a way right now, so he's coming out of the pits right now. We're going to see where he is in relation to the 14. You can see the 14 just entering the frame right there. The 47 is going to retain the lead by a very healthy margin, honestly. I don't know if that's just because of his entry, or it's hard to believe his exit. So definitely his entry has to be that much harder compared to the 14, who was a little bit more cautious going into that run. So it looks like the 12, the 22 has yet to pit, right? Cade has yet to pit.
Cade pitted like first thing.
Oh, never
He
mind
pitted
then.
like 10 laps for me.
So the field is totally cycled on around, correct?
Uh, the four may be out leading again, but other than that, I think the answer to that is yes.
Gotcha.
I will check the leaderboard when I come out.
Gotcha. Looks like the
Four's
14,
leader.
the 4 is the leader. So let's go on board with him right now. There he is, and I'm assuming, based on him being a lap down already, that the 47, basically all the rest of the field is on the same lap as him, with you being the only exception. So if a caution should come out right now, looks like you would be the lucky dog, as I see right behind is the 20 and the 21.
Yeah, pretty convenient. Not gonna lie.
Well, I know, weird how that works out sometimes. Um,
Yeah,
but
I totally calculated this, and before the race even started, I knew after my second pit stop, I would be one lap down, right behind the leader.
all according to plan. If you guys don't know, BS plans everything out. Especially to knowing that he will be going a lap down at any given point. So, looks like you will get that spot pretty quickly. So now that is going to open up the door for the 21 to now be the lucky dog.
The four is pitting.
Oh, the Ford pit, so never mind then. So it looks like as the 21 kind of cycles on, again, the only person we don't know where he's at, and I don't know, BS, you can enlighten us on where Packers is.
Packers is 4 seconds behind me.
Behind, so he's even behind
He's in
Brandon right now.
10th.
And
Yeah.
you're in P8.
Yeah.
So Packers is somewhere in that void between the 21 and the 47 right now. So I guess he will be the first one to go a lap down. Should all this go on through, caution free. So, you have to feel bad for the 96 of T-Bird. Again, coming into this race, P3 in the standings. Bass right now has a very good position right now, trying to get that win. A win that he has not had since last season's Charlotte race, back in season 0. So not quite last season, but you know what I mean. But yeah, Charlotte was his last Cup win, and he has yet to win since. He's recently joined DEI for both their Cup and Challenger Cup seasons, so he's doing well down there in the Challenger, sitting in the power rankings actually down there. So he is trying to do really well and get into the playoffs. But right now he is looking for a title here in the main Saturday Cup Series. And as we just kind of cycle on through right now, he's the leader with his other championship contenders of UK in P2 and Cyber in P3. His other, the 96 of T-Bird, not having the race that he wants right now. And I'm assuming he's all the way back in P11 because he is now battling with the 24 of Cyber. That car just not the way that he wants. Hitting the wall just way too loose.
He might be P10 because I gained a spot. I think Trek hadn't cycled through for us just yet when I gave you the positions previously.
Well, still, top 10 is a top 10, I will say. So that means you're elevated up in P7 then?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means P6 will belong to Cade, and here he is right now. P12, actually, you can see just in front of him, there's that the 12 of BD Deadman. BD has been one of those, I'm assuming all of these with the VPR and their satellite teams, really have been stopping early. And actually, what lap are we on now that we talk about
94.
that? 94. Oh yeah. So yeah, no matter how we slice it, these guys have to stop one more time. 21 has been stopping almost as soon as the window opens. His 9's around on the front stretch. That is going to be a thing that they will have to watch out for on the front stretch. So the 9 of Worstcod not having a good race, and he gets it righted right now. So, but probably the worst place to catch him. Worstcod doing Worstcod things. So there is.
I hope he would stay ghosted long enough for me to just go through him.
Of course not. But
Of course not.
But yeah, a little bit of time loss for you. nothing that can't be righted here in the long run. But right now, everything's really sorted on out to the what's it called? The well, I mean, the status quo right now, I guess I should say. Not really a whole lot of battles going on, unless I'm missing like a battle between Packers and Brandon right now. But um, right now, it's gonna be honestly, I think, a battle for the win right now. UK's coming. He is really closing on down the gap between himself and the 47. I'm not counting out that 14 card just yet. This could be pretty tasty here in the long run. Should we go caution free? That 47 needs just to be a little. Actually, I should probably say a little bit more conservative going on the pit road, because going to pit one more time. This is going to be the money stop. The 14 of UK has to be just a little bit harder going in the pit road. He was a little bit too conservative, and I feel like that's going to be where he can gain a lot of time. But yeah, not really a whole lot of battles on track right now. Everyone's just kind of going with the ebb and flow, getting into their little bit of moments right here. Probably the it's not even really a battle. The 96 of T-Bird has actually been racing the 24 of Cyber, and that's actually bringing the 18 into a battle for P3. And I'm sure Cyber is probably sick of it right now, being like, hey, man, you're already a lap down. I get you're trying to gain some time, but I'm losing time in the process. Blue flag, blue flag. But
Yeah, unfortunately, that that doesn't really work here.
yeah, that is an F1 rule. NASCAR, I mean, NASCAR does have blue flags, but it's more like a suggestion than anything. It's not really a thing. More so like an unspoken rule type of thing, driver etiquette type of bit. But right now, who may be UK's greatest friend is the 21. The 21 is fighting to not go a lap down right now. The 47 has gotten side by side with him. Now, the 21 has one of two choices. He can race him to try to go and keep on the lead lap, or he can just let him go, and I think he chose the latter because the 14, start over a little bit. The 21 could have battled the 47, held him up just a little bit longer for the 14 to start closing the gap. He is closing the gap. I can only assume, the gap's probably down just over a second, 1.1, maybe 1.2 right now. The 14's coming. Caution!
I think it was because I tried to get on Cade's outside and he didn't see me there, so I got put in the wall and I spun.
Oh, well, that changes everything. Now everyone can make it right now. That's not a question. Everyone can make it right now, but that is going to be spicy here. Ooh, that really closes up.
Lucky dog.
Yeah, so that was probably best case scenario for him. For him to do that right there. So I guess we're going to find out where Packers is in all of this. Because
he is P8.
Why we were in the surprise. We're going to see. We were going to see a gap on the running order, and I guess we're going to find out. Oh, there's where Packers is. Yep, there he is, right there. So out of the pit stops, it doesn't look like a whole lot of people messed up their or like lost a lot of spots here. But turn one can be huge for some of these guys. Who can run the top side? Who can run the low side? Looks like the 96 was not the benefactor of that lucky dog. The 47 gets loose. That's going to open the door for the 24. The 24 is going to dive it on in here, going into turn 3. Same thing with the 18 and the 22. Now, this is where the top side can get a lot of momentum. They're coming off of turn 4. Turn 2, I personally don't like the top side. If there is a turn to run, it will be turns 3 and turns 4. But there they go. The 47 to 14 executing that top side perfectly. So now the 14 is going to try to get his first lap led, but not a whole lot of space down there. Probably threw it on down just a little bit too hard. And now he's going to be... but the 47 scrapes the wall! And that's going to open up the door for the 14 yet again, who's going to get the high side momentum, going past his teammate in the 24. And they both go on down to the bottom side right now. The race is on. That 47 has the spot. Everyone else wants it. So going on back with the rest of the field, looks like a new top 5. Cade has gotten there with Beatty now in P4. Kalen losing a couple spots in the process there. I don't know where Packers is, but I'm assuming it's somewhere out on track.
He is right behind Brandon.
Okay, so he's in between that little gap between him and T-Bird. Gotcha. A little bit of movement from the top 3 here. I shouldn't leave that battle. The 47 going on down. This is going to, like I said, these are championship battles right here. The 47, the 14, and the 24. All battling in their 1, 2, 3. The 14 running the top side, trying to get a little bit of momentum here. The 47 deciding to go on low. The high side momentum is going on down. The 14 going to do that crossover to the inside. The 47 is going to be forced to go up high. Can the 14 clear him? 14 is going to drift, but no. The hole closes and the 47 takes the lead back. Now he's going to try to do the exact same thing. The 14 is going to try to do the exact thing that he just did, but he's not going to be able to get there. The 47 now can run the bottom a little bit faster than the 14 can. Now I feel like now is the time to go on down and make up some time on the bottom. But the 14 is going to think differently. He's going to try to go up to the top side. Yet again, he doesn't want to go over that seam because running the middle is its own risk. He's there. He's there to the top side. The 47 squeezes him. The 47 has to give space. He was there. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad, but wonderful car control by the 14. Mo Power Cat showing why he is a race winner, but that hole, oh my goodness. Aggressive blocking the 47 spins. The 14 kind of gives the bumper to the 47. And that was going to be 3 wide here in the turn 3 for the lead. And the 14 gets his lap wet. I think the 47 kind of let him go right there, saying that, hey, you know, I didn't mean to do that, but it's time for me to try to get that lead back. The 14 trying to get that lead, and look at that. Mo Power getting back up into the lead. So, 47 now is going to be like, okay, I got some work to do now. The 12 of BD into P3 right there, so interesting run from him. Packers, I'm assuming, maybe behind the 24? I could be mistaken on that, though.
No, he is behind the 22.
Okay, so so you're battling for P5 right now. Kalen has it, you want it.
I'm gonna try not to do that right now and hope we can get up to those guys, but we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, as they are battling, that is not going to be a battle that these guys want, because, like I said earlier in the race, the more you battle, the more time you lose, and the more of that grippiness of those tires you use on up. How many laps to go?
Good question. I will tap to that. It is 23 to go.
23 to go. So yeah, these guys still have a little bit of ways. Fuel's not an issue. Tires are not an issue. You are basically like, you're in it for the rest of the race right now. That is a big question mark for a lot of these guys. Looks like the 22 lost a little bit of time here now into P6 or 7.
Packers is P7.
I'll make
now.
that P8 then. Yeah, definitely. Cyber is battling with BD here. The 18 is going to say, you know what? I want that position right there. We're going to see what he can do going into this turn. But it looks like the 24 kind of ran into the wall right there. That's going to kind of kill his momentum. The BD takes it back. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead has started to ease off a little bit. The 47, but a 12 absolutely choking the 24 down onto the bottom lane. He has that third spot, and he will not give it up. Liam going slow on the apron right there. I think he kind of gave on up. But maybe going 3 wide. Kalen thought better of it with a mean block by the 24. BD goes high and will lose 1 spot, maybe 2 coming out of 4. Yes, at the line right there. 2 spots for the price of 1. So that is now going to open up the door for the 18 to 20 to get that deal right there. Kalen, I don't think knew you were there, and he starts to bobble. Now the 24 has been unleashed. What can he do to try to chase on down the 14 and the 47? Should those two get into the into a little bit of a quarrel, he is now going to be the one to pick up the pieces. So he is wanting to gain as much time as possible in order to get that spot. On board with UK right now, trying to just run those perfect laps. He has been on a hot streak lately. He won last week at Pocono after Xander's DQ, essentially. He won Phoenix in the Challenger Series, and right now he's leading this race in Iowa. Now, Iowa is not one of his best tracks, and he has, if you can ask him, he will tell you, probably is one of his best tracks is Bristol, which is going to be coming up in the Challenger schedule. So he is looking forward, having that race circled to try and get that that top spot. But right now, he's been on a 2-race streak, looking for race win 3 in a row here, and currently he has it. Bass wants it though, and I can imagine Bass desperately wants it. Going back to the rest of the field, so as we said, P3 belongs to Cyber, P4 Kalen, P5 now BS, you got it done right there. Looks like BD used up a little bit of his stuff right there early on and starting to fall back a little bit. So P6 belongs to BD. I'm assuming P7 still belongs to Packers.
Yes.
Yep, so P8 belongs to Cade. So I don't know where Packers is in between the 12 and the 22, but he is there. So there is that. But with that being said, the 24 is starting to lose a little ground, and I'm pretty sure that is just because of him using up some of his stuff while battling the 12 and the 18. He's not quite gaining the time that he was, but he is still there, putting on a good show. The 9 of Worstcott now getting another lap down. The 24 is going to be able to get the track position right there. 14 kind of slips up right there. The 47 starts to gain a little bit, but now this is going to go into the 14's hands, because remember, on that last run, he was faster on the long run, but now I wonder if the 47 can put any kind of challenge to this 14 and see if he can get that spot. It's going to be very close, like I said, especially for these 3 competitors, because of the competition level that these are in. 17 points separated the 4 championship rivals, and exiting, it's probably going to be even lower. All 3 of these guys got their lap led for the race. Apart from the 96, he is the only one that has yet to lead a lap, and at this point, I don't think he will, being so far into this race. Biescu, let me know what lap it is coming around.
Yeah, it is 10 to go.
10 to go on the spot. So with that, Chad, make some noise. Do you think Bass is going to get there to the 14, or do you think the 14 is going to hold out for 10 more laps? Or do you think Cyber, or like these two are going to get into a little bit of a tizzy, and the 24 is going to be the leader coming into the final lap? It's going to be so close. 9 to go here, ladies and gentlemen.
And these laps are going to tick by so fast.
Well, like I said, running 23, 24-second lap times, this is a very quick race. 140 laps is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Especially only having 1 caution and to only break up the race, and it came out at probably the best time possible, 8 laps to go. Because fuel and tires was not really an issue. Well, tires kinda, but fuel definitely was not. So it was all about pure pace and how much you can save those tires for the long run, especially now. Oh, BD definitely starting to fall off a little bit.
Packers is up to P6.
Yep, I was just about to say, I wonder where Packers is in all this, because BD has kind of fallen off a cliff. Was at one point racing P3, is now down to P7. 6 laps to go this time. This time around, the 14 has it. What can the 47 do? At this point, you're not gaining any time running the bottom. I feel like you have to shake it up. I feel like either do one of two things: arc it, or straight up run the top side. But Bass, I mean, he's his own driver. But if I'm trying to chase on down to 14, I can't rely on him making a mistake. If I'm not making any ground, 5 laps to go, I feel like you have to make make the change, do something different, because you know what the old adage says: if you don't do anything, you just end up following the leader. I'm pretty sure that's not what the adage says, but you know what, whatever. Um,
Yeah, I was trying to think what adage that was, and I couldn't
well,
think of what.
okay, sorry. The actual adage is like, it's in regards to like pitting. It's like if you pit with the leaders, you end up just following the leader. You have to do something different. Essentially that's what the whole thing. 4 laps to go, coming to 3. Um, so 3 to go here. That gap is fallen. Yep, there we go. 47 going to the top side. I feel like it's too late at this point. With 3 to go, he's doing all he can, trying to get any kind of momentum that he can going into it. He gained a little bit of time there, but if only he started doing it a few laps earlier. 2 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. This is UK is running to the white flag, because the next flag will end it. Half a lap there, and basically he's home free. And like I said, UK being on a bit of a hot streak lately, winning last week at Pocono, winning the Phoenix race for the Challenger Series, and now should he go and maintain his maintain this lead, and nothing happens going into turn 3 here. The 47 sends it on in, but to no avail. The 14 coming out of turn 4 will go on a 3-win streak for Mo Powell. Look at that.
Alright, I'll take a top 5 L out.
And you said you were not going to do well. Come on. So I'm assuming P3 was Cyber, P4 was Kalen, you were obviously P5. Packers held on to P6?
Yes. BD P7, Cade P8, Brandon P9, and T-Bird P10.
Gotcha. Alright. P11, I'm assuming, was...
Trek.
Yeah, Goose. And then P12 was Liam. P13 was Worst Cod. And then we're not counting P14 because Piper should not have even been in this race. So technically that will be Nathan, who put in a last place points. So, if I have full results, that'd be fantastic. 10 picks.
Yeah, I can share the screen or share the photo if you need it.
Thank you. Cyber with the fastest lap, 23 flat right there. Second was Kalen with a 23.067. Interesting. So with that,
Ooh, some fireworks in the chat I can see already.
yeah, I saw that. So with that, we're going to get into the post-race interviews here. Let's get the top 3 up into this booth. Mo Powell putting on a dominating performance. They've been leading the team standings for quite some time here. I think apart from Sonoma, they have either gotten first or second in every single team averages since the season started. And that's insane to think about. So I got Cyber. I need to go all the way down to Mo Powell Cap for who's always appearing.
I think I might have got second or third.
Oh yeah, in the
in the team standings, yeah.
Yeah.
My one car operation.
Hey, you know what? Hey, that's what the team averages are for. For the one car operations. to get in there and be with the top dogs. So, while we wait for
Oh,
everyone to get on
this
here,
chat right now.
I know, right? It's always fun to look at the chat after these races
After a
to
short
see,
track race.
yeah, especially to see those who did not have a good day vent. So, I think we have everyone in here now. Yes, we do. So, we were actually just talking about this, guys. Um, it seems like the championship contenders have found their way to the front at every single week, and you three are now going to be first, second, and third in the points leaving this race, and you all finished first, second, third. Um, in fact, actually, let's start with P3 here. So let's go to William Byron here. Cyber, I don't want to say I jinxed you, but I think I may have jinxed you. I started talking about your latest MRL Cup win that wasn't Pocono. I thought you won another race besides Season Zero Auto Club, and BS corrected me. So you were my pick to win, and you finished third. So I'm sorry, I may have jinxed you.
Nah, no worries. I mean, it's just one of those short tracks where I'm kind of like in the middle, like if I'm good or if I'm bad. I mean, it was great battling with Baz that first run. Until then, I just faded that pretty much since then. But yeah, I'm just proud of the car that I brought with no power, with my teammate winning. This place, I mean, I was when that caution came out late, I was like thinking back to Season Zero. I'm like, no, not again, because in Season Zero I got screwed by that caution late in that one, but I wasn't allowed again. But yeah, I'm proud of the third. I mean, I'll take it out of this place. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Iowa, like I said in the pre-show, was a very much a driver's track. The late runs seem to have been your forte. However, you were um, slightly being outclassed by the 47. Do you think it was because of pit entry? I noticed that all of you guys were really conservative getting on the pit road.
No, it wasn't pit entry because for me, I mean, the stops I made on green for me, I ran out of gas mainly.
Oh, that would do it then.
That's the reason.
Oh well, I was not privy to that knowledge, so that would kind of put a damper on things. But you actually had a either way a very good car for that number 24 machine, finishing another podium. So that's 2 weeks in a row with a podium there. So excellent job from you right there. And as I'm looking at the points right now. I just kind of did the points for you three, and you are going to be sitting currently P3 with 929. So,
Sounds great.
hey, you know
Let
what?
the battle be on.
The battle is on, especially going on to next race, which is going to be in Martinsville. So that's going to be interesting.
That'd be
Um,
a fun set to look at afterwards.
yeah, but well, if yeah, you thought the chat was going to be interesting tonight, yeah, just wait till next week at Martinsville. Um, yeah, excellent job there, Cyber. Um,
Thank you.
let's go on to Ricky Soundhouse Jr. Bassbuck, you have been on a podium streak now for several races. Unfortunately, not getting that win. Bass, it seems like you had it, but I mean, it just wasn't your day, I guess.
Um, yeah, had the race won. Caution came out and got beat on the restart. Just straight out, got out drove. Unfortunate. I don't know. Maybe I should have loosened the car up a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, nothing really else, much more to say than that, really.
Well,
Good race, I guess.
Well, Bass, if it makes you feel any better, you are currently as like I said, I did the quick maths for all three of you guys to see where you guys are in points because you will be the top three exiting this race. You are currently sitting the point leader with 947. So that has to be some good news for you.
Yeah, sure. It's cool to get points later. Still early, so um, yeah, just I want to win. Just find a way to choke every single race. Seems like really, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. That's pretty much it.
Well, Bass, as we move on to Martinsville, I know that Martinsville is not quite a fan favorite part of the track, but I know you're halfway decent there. So, like, are you at least somewhat excited for that race?
I am excited for the race. Yes, because I want to see the tempers and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the fighting and the arguing. That's gonna be fun to see. I can't wait to get moved out of the way and get wrecked all the time. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. I don't remember last time I ran a race at Martinsville, so we'll just see how that goes, I guess.
All right, well, there we go. So, Martinsville beat Martinsville, I guess, and I will definitely have to see how this is going to roll here because going into our race winner now, I have to go into Clint Boyer for this. Hang on. UK, we were actually talking about you being on a bit of a hot streak lately. You won last week, Pocono, by virtue of Xander's DQ. Then you go out and win Challenger Phoenix, and then you basically go the three-peat to win tonight. That has to be some huge momentum for you.
Yeah, it's a pretty good momentum streak I got. I think it's all gonna end that tomorrow, Tuesday, though.
Well, Texas can be anything, honestly. That's just one of those things that it can either be a good day or a bad day or whatever. But either way, like I said, what has to be some very good momentum, and I'm
Oh
sure
yeah.
some drama, maybe, is like I said, I did points for all three, and you will be second place, also at 947. You and Bass are exactly tied on points. Uh, 6 races in, and we have a tied for the championship lead. So that has to be, I'm sure, nerve wracking for honestly both of you. I mean, I would definitely be. I mean, that's just essentially whoever beats the other in the next race goes out and becomes the point leader. It's a big deal. I mean, UK. Going to Martinsville. What do you think your chances are like? You were looking really good there in the Challenger.
I don't remember Challenger. What happened there?
Well, you were battling Xander for a little bit, and the long run happened.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see when we get back there. Few races, probably a fight for a second. Unless we get some more drama at the end, which I'm here for that. I want to see it. I
Well,
want to see the chat blow up.
the top guys are always looking for drama. Then,
Oh yeah. But if you wouldn't be nervous in these shoes because you would be already 200 points ahead of everybody.
hey, we're not talking about me though. We're talking about you guys. I don't I don't make the rules. I'm just here.
Well,
I mean,
it,
you kind
I
of
do
do
actually
make the
make the rules.
rules.
Yes, I do
Yeah.
actually make the rules. But yeah,
like the
no,
one
you're
that you
right.
made today.
Yeah, literally the rule I made just today. Yeah, but I didn't make that. Um,
Yeah, no warning. He was just like, yeah, I'm just going to throw this new rule out today.
but going back on track though, yeah, UK, there has to be some solid momentum though. Although you don't officially have the point lead, you are tied with the point leader. It's definitely has to be something good. Now, we'll have to see what that number 14 can do, especially for you and your teammate. We were talking about on the broadcast that Mo Power has either finished first or second, and I feel like four or 5 of the past 6 races, with Sonoma being the one outlier with, well, I mean, your 15th place finish.
Hey, we don't talk about that.
Well, the
We
results
didn't
don't lie. So
we
with
didn't have
that,
a good enough engine for that race. So I mean,
yeah, I see.
we had a BJ McLeod engine going in that race.
I get you. Well, I mean, yeah, the hauler got lost somewhere in the desert, and they had to pick up the pieces, and you basically had a jalopy that was formed on the spot. So there you go. Uh,
He was in
DIY car.
wine. He was in the wine country over there. He was at
Yeah,
the vineyards.
there you go. And so with that, we're gonna close on out for the night. Thank you guys so much for coming on and watching. It was a pleasure to race here, guys. I'm your host, Private Pat, and BS. Thank you so much for being our in-race reporter tonight. Excellent job on the P5, by the way.
Thank you.
Anytime. We have our top 3, who are actually top 3 in the standings. UK on a win, 2 in a row for him for Saturday series. Bass, who finished his P2, who is now going to be our championship leader, and then Cyber continuing another podium streak as well. Looking to have that momentum. Looking forward to the rest of the season. So let's see what these guys can do. Unfortunately, T-Bird, who was our other championship contender, did not have a good day. So we'll have to see where he lies in the points after this race. So with that, have a good night, everyone. We'll see you on Monday for the second All-Star Race Open at Bristol. That'll be our next broadcast. Until then, peace.